pretty clear keep. Um, I guess a lot of what this temple is searching for depends. Not a mana dork. Like I think I would ship any Elvish Mystic, Caryatid, um, anything of that sort. I guess if my opponent leads on Sandstep Citadel, I might not. Definitely don't want that now. It's my fifth land that's actually going to help me cast like a Whisperwood or whatever, so I already have that. Hmm. Now trying to figure out what my opponent is doing with this turn 2 aggressive Den Protector. I should probably play around like Aspect to Hydra. My guess would be that my opponent's deck involves that card in Teamer Battle Rage. I don't think I want to play Xenagos this turn. I think I just want to play Pelucranos. Often Nykthos. Yeah, I got a 15. So let's see what we got. That seems great here. I think I just make a Satyr and pass. It's possible I'm going to lose the Xenagos next turn, but it's not the worst thing in the world if that happens. I think that the amount of resources my opponent has to expend for that to happen is not insignificant. Time is part of those resources too. Okay. Blocking that one. I think it should be these two there, these two at my face. No, that's wrong. It should be Deathmist and Surrock at the Xenagos, and then Air at my face. That's fine by me. My goal is just to actually just gonna chump. And by chump, I mean just block literally anything with this Pelucranos here, if I'm allowed to. There's a chance I just get like become immensed. So I block the Den Protector because if I trade and then play the Hornet Queen, I don't get to do that in a turn, and it's only one less damage. I guess I just die to become immense anyway it goes, because it would just be on the Den Protector the next turn. This card's probably worse than it looks in this matchup, but still, I'm not going to question why Magic Online does that sometimes. I want these. If I can put cards in my deck, that is. Not sold on the Ugin. I like the shaving a Hydra. I like cutting Xenagos in this matchup. Definitely need Hornet Nest here. Definitely like Hornet Queen. Tarka's obviously great. The question I'm having is if I want to put a Nylea's Disciple into my deck over this Ugin. I think so. I think between Boonsader and Surok, Ugin actually doesn't do enough. Just having access to one of this effect to fine. I don't want too many because I don't think the card's fundamentally good. But it'll do. Xenagos is just like really fragile. This'll do. These are like the hands that those decks have the like biggest issues against. Ooh. So we're gonna play the Caryatid here off of a mountain. I think it's worth noting that if my opponent has a second 1-mana 1-drop, I might actually just not block with a Caryatid because I don't want to lose it to Aspect. Or 1 green 1-drop is what I meant. Probably like, yeah, sure. Card with text. I think I want Courser. It's a slightly riskier play in like terms of direct odds, but I think that the risk involved with like just losing Rattleclaw to any burn spells is a little higher, especially because I don't think my opponent's gonna board out Wild Slash against my deck. Yeah, for the record, the like big tell that he had become immense and that my opponent had become immense in their deck was actually when the Windswept Heath hit play. There's no reason for them to be playing a off-color fetch like that unless there's a Delve card in their deck. It's a pretty cute manifest. No attacks. You gonna Wild Slash my manifest? Please feel free. I think I just want to trade off here. I don't want to attack with Whisperwood because I don't want to get ambushed by a Boonsader. The question is, so this costs 5 and it generates. So I have 2 lines. I can either face down Rattleclaw, flip it up, and play Pelucranos, or I can play a Whisperwood. I think just playing another Whisperwood's the right play. It's hard to really argue with just getting more of that card into the battlefield. Okay, that's fine. think I just throw away this carry to stay at a more reasonable life total around pump spells. Yeah, I attack with both of these. I'm okay with like if my opponent has a lightning strike. I'm okay with losing my creature there. So I now need to put at least 5 power um, in front of this Deathmist Raptor. Or 5 toughness. So that I don't just like lose. Yeah. I'm not dead to mob rule here because I can bin the Whisper Woods if necessary. I probably have enough jump blockers. The question is now if a Disciple is a better card than a High Drop. I think a Disciple is better than this Atarka. I don't want, again, too many. I think the third Disciple is excessive, but I think that this is more correct. I think on the draw, I'm more likely to be, like, I guess that's kind of stupid, because on the play, you're, like, less likely to just curve out into Atarka. But, like, I guess on the play, you're also setting the tempo of the game, and you're more likely to get into a mid-game position where, like, the stable board has you at a higher life total. So you're less likely to need the Disciple and more likely to want an Atarka just to punch through. I think it's a really strange mix of decks in this tournament. Mono red splash black with Trumpet Blast. Mono blue and then I think this hand's fine. Red green aggro and black red generator servant dragons. Okay. Probably can Arrow the Wilds. Oh. Mystic, no Wild Slash? It's a pretty aggressive attack here. But this hand is like pretty mana heavy. And I'd rather just have my opponent not bury me in like some weird 4-drop situation. I'm not blocking with Rattleclaw next turn. This lets me Atarka back if my opponent has Surok. Like I go to 12. It's Atarka, the big dirty dude. I don't know why there's a Wooded Foothills in play. Let me just double count 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is enough. I should have not played the foothills. I should have like basically done anything else. Yep, stuff's out of here. If my opponent opts to use a card to save one of those, I'm perfectly fine trading for it the next turn. Become Immense is interesting. So I really liked the whole Dem Protector plus I'm sorry, I'm gonna do some math before finishing my statement. So I can morph play, I'm just gonna play Whisperwood this turn, but I actually think I'm supposed to get in with Rattleclaw too. Oh wow, how did I misclick through that? Oh, because I lost a stop on damage somehow? Oh well, it happens. I don't think I'm anywhere close to dead, which is really stupid. And my opponent's basically dead in the air to the Starka. um, I do have to chump with Sylvan Caryatid though, so I don't get Become Immense Battle Raged. Just pretty cute that it's uh, exactly like the Death Touch Trample. Yeah. Oh wow. Oh wow, it triggers itself. Yeah. So funny story. That actually was dead anyways because this is yeah, double strike trample. So actually that was I didn't even think about that. I was miscounting. So the actual play was leaving back the Rattleclaw Mystic because Death Touch Trample allows my opponent to assign 1 damage to the Whisperwood Elemental and the Manifest. So I need another creature to survive. I need to put 3 creatures in front of it, and that way it does 18 minus 3 is 15. I go to 1. I'm not in great shape, but at least I can recover. So yeah, that was actually a mistake. I was thinking put my opponent to dead on board, even if they play a bunch of blockers, but yeah. Anyways, Become Immense is interesting because um, like one of the big draws to the pump spells in my mind is that you can loop them with Dem Protector to like create a monstrous Dem Protector. But I don't know how good Become Immense actually is at doing that because it costs so much mana to do it. Because you can't realistically, I don't think that deck's going to be delving 10. Hmm. Yeah, that was a mistake. Could have played around that. Oh well.